The 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season starts today, and so does the 2015 GarageCam, presented by Mobile One. Hello, I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, and welcome to NASCAR.com's exclusive, live, interactive show, GarageCam, taking you on an all-access tour inside the NASCAR garage. And yes, we start off with smoke. Eddie Jarvis here. We're ready here to get going here in the garage area and show you Smoke's Mobile One. Number 14, the car that was outside that we were just showing you, will be his Daytona 500 car. Well, there's two cars packed in this garage, and there's a reason. And that's because the Sprint Unlimited is running this weekend. So two cars in some of these garage stalls. People that are driving the Sprint Unlimited and people that are driving the two cars. So you got a Sprint Unlimited car and a Daytona 500 car for the most part. Anyway, the Geico number 13, Casey Mears, wasn't originally scheduled to be in this race, but a few cars that were qualified into it could not make the show. Casey Mears and this 13 team getting an opportunity to race their way here and make some maybe big money here in the Sprint Unlimited. So for this Geico number 13 Chevrolet organization, man, that is pretty cool. And there is Tony Stewart looking at the front of this race car right here, getting ready for the first time on track this season. And at the beginning of the season, we always look forward to getting on track here and getting in the race car. And here is Tony Stewart talking to his boys here, getting ready for Sprint Unlimited practice and having some fun here with the boys. The number 14, Ricky Stenhouse's car right here. Here's a bunch of Sprint Unlimited cars next to each other. The Daytona 500 machine, the Ford Fastenal number 17 right there. Stenhouse's Sprint Unlimited ride in the front of the garage right here. Danica Patrick's Sprint Unlimited car sits at the back of the garage getting prepped by its Stewart-Haas Racing team, a new paint scheme for the number 10, and a car that a lot of people are circling as a favorite for this race, and of course a favorite for the Daytona 500. She runs so well on these plate tracks, but talking with Danica in the offseason at Sprint Media Day, she is putting such a concentration on getting good at all racetracks. So this number 10 team looking for a lot of improvement this year. Well, we're going to spin you through some of these garages and actually show you a sneak peek. This car isn't in the Sprint Unlimited. This is Sprint Unlimited GarageCam, presented by Mobile One. You see it right there. Thanks to our sponsors, Mobile One. So everybody make sure you go out and buy some motor oil. Justin Allgaier, the Brandt machine. What a strong run for Justin Allgaier at the end of the season. And as we're walking in the empty garage, let's welcome everybody to the chat room. If you're new to the show, hop in, log in, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see on GarageCam. This show is about you. And the first person in today's interactive garage, the Pole Award, goes to Trent Laughlin. Did I pronounce it right? My producer, Nick, is shaking his head. He doesn't know. Trent Lonan. 3:45 a.m. this morning. Hello, NASCAR.com. The fellow Australian is back. Well, all the way from Australia, you got to love it. And a GarageCam fan. Let's see, this is all access. We're in like these little hallways here to get to the other side of the garage here in that 23 car. You don't see a name on the roof, but the number 23 will be J.J. Yalley, running full-time this season. Has Maxim on board. This Dr. Pepper entry, Josh Wise, the all-white number 98 here. Phil Parsons Racing. Bobby Labonte in the 32. Give you a sneak preview. We'll have these guys on GarageCam next week, of course. Mike Wallace will be piloting the number 66 car. Ty Dillon in the 33. One of his cup starts. And, hey, Johnny Sauter, God bless America, the number 83. Next to the number 33. Johnny Sauter making a cup start. Michael McDowell, the number 95. And Ryan Blaney, young Ryan Blaney, competing in his first Daytona 500. He will attempt to qualify in the Wood Brothers number 21. Of course, we saw that car go to victory lane with young Trevor Bayne. Can it happen with another young driver in Ryan Blaney? David Reagan. Yeah, this team's only slated for 17 or so funded races with sponsorship, but you know they'll be around for the whole season, and they're a car to beat, especially on these super speedways. Well, let's walk across here. We've got a very split garage here and a lot of real estate to cover in a half-an-hour show, and it's unpredictable. We say hi to photographers because it's the beginning of the season, and we're all happy. Woo, indeed. Even security's happy. Gotta love it. Even Christy King running. Look at Christy King in action, running, working so hard for NASCAR right there. Let's take you on a spin here. I think we see our first driver here. We do see our first driver. Let's see if we can get one question out of Casey Mears. He stopped for some fans. Casey Mears, man, cool opportunity to be in this Sprint Unlimited. You're busy, man. I saw you over there. Then you were over here. How are you getting around so fast?
I just realized I got to weigh in before I get in the car, so I had to run over to the scales. But we're excited, man. Geico, Chevrolet, I mean, always been pretty fast here, and to have the opportunity to be in a Sprint Unlimited is really cool. And
when you weighed in, did the off-season catch up to you, or did you weigh in good?
Yeah, no, I lost a little bit, but I barely made weight of where I wanted to be, so I'm happy with that.
All right, man. Get in that car.
Appreciate it.
Casey Mears, driver of the Geico number 13. Let's see. Charles Busch, I really hope Dillner's off-season training paid off. This better be an epic season of GarageCam. Well, Chuck Busch, because of you and Jimmy Johnson, you know, that guy Jim that runs that 48 car. Yeah, they put me through some cameraman training this offseason. If you haven't seen the piece, make sure you check out the F-Post on NASCAR.com. You know, it takes a lot to be a NASCAR camera guy. So that's all I'll say. We had a little fun. Jimmy Johnson joined us. And, yeah, let's just say he gave it his all. Yes, he definitely gave it his all, as I did too. But anyway, here's the fan area. Hey, there's CJ too, our audio guy, behind the scenes already so far this season, NASCAR.com GarageCam. This is if you're a fan here at Daytona. You can be in this common area here, and you can look into these windows right here, watch the crews work on their cars. There's little autograph slots. The drivers will come up and give you some autographs. Technical inspection underway for the Daytona 500 for all the cars trying to make the 57th running of the Great American Race, including Brad Keselowski. This actually, though, is his Sprint Unlimited car. How do we know it's a Sprint Unlimited car? Well, it's because of that pink sticker you see on top of the windshield right about there. That's a Sprint Unlimited technical inspection sticker. The beautiful new paint scheme for Alex Bowman, the 7NY car here. Tommy Baldwin entry. And you see behind us Daytona Rising. What an amazing project that has been underway here at Daytona International Speedway, adding new bleachers, making this place a state-of-the-art facility, catching up with the times and going ahead of the times in this project. An unbelievable thing for race fans to experience here. Next year it will be finished, and it will be spectacular. Sammy Williams, where are the rear spoilers on the car? Some were missing, yes. Well, let's show you that. Well, that's because those cars are going through inspection. They have not been issued them yet. So do not fear. They will not be going on the track without rear spoilers. But they definitely do look a little bit more like your passenger car without that, don't they? Very good question. We love questions. Keep them coming on NASCAR.com, on GarageCam. We love to answer the questions. And if I can't answer, maybe we can get somebody else to answer it. Martin Truex Jr., the number 78, he will not be in the Sprint Unlimited. Yes, he will be in the Sprint Unlimited. That's right, Daytona 500 pole. Yeah. See, the rules have changed for how to get in the Sprint Unlimited. We're even trying to figure them out. The number 9 car, Sam Hornish Jr., will not be. But this crew hard at work getting that car ready, as is the number 55. Michael Waltrip will be behind the wheel of this car for Daytona 500 action. So many cars right here that we're showing that maybe won't be in the Daytona 500 Sprint Unlimited. Paul Menard will be. So will, too, this number 3 machine of Austin Dillon. As they back up this number 3. Gonna probably fire up this car in a second. Let's see if we can maybe talk to Austin Dillon real quick. Maybe we could get a word with Austin Dillon real quick before they get going here for the first practice of the season. Talking with Clint Boyer here in the garage area. Brian Patty, Clint Boyer. Let's see if we can get in here with Austin Dillon and ask him a real quick question. All right, man, last year rookie at Daytona, and this year, how's it feel being able to, watching the Busch Clash and the Sprint Unlimited, probably your whole life? You're going to be in one, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I hope they keep the rules the same for a long time because Daytona 500 pole winner gets to stay in the Sprint Unlimited. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity for Dow and all of our people back home at RCR. So starting 6th, Gil did a good job. I got to go sign in right now before practice starts, though.
All right, see you, Austin. Clint Boyer right there. It's a little loud here, so we'll skip on by him. There is the 5-hour Energy number 15, though. Jamie Mack's car right here. Look at that Daytona 500 paint scheme. But I'll tell you what, the paint scheme on the Busch, the Sprint Unlimited. God, I just said Busch Clash before. Now it's stuck in my head. Sprint Unlimited car is snazzy. Check this out. The faded black and red paint scheme. We'll run here to give you a look at this. What a beautiful paint scheme for Jamie Mack's car. Austin Dillon walking down pit road here in the garage area to get weighed in, to get signed in, excuse me. Hey, here's Fig, cameraman extraordinaire. Fig right here every once in a while is the GarageCam camera guy. Little fist bump action right there. Hey, look, it's Jamie McMurray. Sprint Unlimited practice. You look like, is this like an episode of Mr. Rogers? You're explaining to us how to put on your booties?
Yeah, I'm just, I guess. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm trying to get acclimated to it again. Here,
acclimated. Make sure you put the right one on the right foot. So Sprint Unlimited, first time to get down the track.
Yep.
All this media stuff we've done for the past 2-3 days, 2-3 weeks.
We're glad it's over.
How much are you looking forward to being in the seat of that car?
Yeah, well, just ready to get back at it. We haven't done any testing, so it's nice to get back in the car. I've been in the garage for 4 hours waiting on practice to start. So, yeah, I mean, ready to get out and see. When we come to plate tracks, you typically only get one good draft, and it's the first draft that, as you pull out of the garage, will be the most cars. So I think everybody's going to I think everybody will fight to kind of get out there and see what you have. And after the first draft pulls off, it won't be more than 5 or 6 cars at a time, so it's important to get in and get going.
A lot of these plate tracks, we don't see a lot of practice, but since this is the first one of the year with no testing, probably see a little bit more of you guys out there, I'd assume.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess I don't know really what everyone's agenda is. Ours is to run a little bit, and if it feels good, make sure we get to race this car in the Unlimited race. And then the second practice, we're going to do a couple of things, just leaving pit road and maybe practice getting on pit road and your pit stall, just because we haven't done that in 2 or 3 months. So just get used to it again.
All right, man, get that shoe on.
Yeah, thanks.
You got a Jamie McMurray driver, the McDonald's Chevrolet, number 1, and there's his teammate right next door, Rookie of the Year last year, Kyle Larson, the Target Axe Machine. Check it out right here outside. We bring you out into the sunshine. It's a beautiful day here in Daytona. It is a little chilly, but the sun feels so good on our faces right now as we look at Eric Amarola's car, putting fuel inside this number 43 car. Is Eric Amarola in this crew working on the number 43? Let's see. This is the actual Daytona 500 car. The car in the distance that they're about to roll back in is the Sprint Unlimited car. So this car going through technical inspection for tomorrow's first practice for the Daytona 500. We'll have to get you the schedule for GarageCam for the remainder of Speed Weeks, because we do have a few GarageCams going for Speed Weeks. We'll have a Camping World Truck Series, and of course the debut of the NASCAR Xfinity Series GarageCam we'll have for you. Brad Keselowski doing his Forrest Gump impersonation, running by the camera. The 43 about to get backed into a stall here. We'll wait to do after that to maybe go and talk to Eric Amarola, because we saw Eric there by the back of the car talking with his crew chief right now. Hey, check out the number 16 ride while we wait on that. Look at that little spider on the car. Here is Eric Amarola. And there is Eric Amarola.
I knew you'd want to talk to me.
Hey, we always like to talk to you. So good to be back at the racetrack, buddy.
Oh, you know it. that long of an off season with no testing, I was dying to get back to the racetrack. Even my son Alex, he's been wearing me out for the last like 3 weeks saying, "Race cars, Daddy, race cars."
So he's basically worn out like an oval in the carpet, probably. With Matchbox races.
We've watched old Daytona 500s. We've watched old, you name it. We've watched it. So we're ready.
So how cool is it going to be knowing that you're going to be able to watch an old Daytona race with him one day and show him the race that Daddy won?
That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully we can show him a Daytona 500 that we've won. So far we've got the Coke Zero 400 trophy. We'd love to add a Daytona 500 trophy to it. That'd be pretty special.
You've been asked a million times about that win and how important it was and how big it was because it was here at Daytona. But now you get to walk back in this garage area with just that little bit of swagger, knowing, hey, I've won here at Daytona. That's got to be a special feeling.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, especially like during media day yesterday, doing a lot of media. And I've done some interviews in Victory Lane. And it's like, hey, I know exactly where this place is at. So, you know, it's cool, but at the same time, you show back up to the racetrack and you got to do it all over again. I mean, everybody shows up to Daytona with the same stats. Everybody's got nothing in their win column, top 5 column, top 10 column. So this is where it all starts, and hopefully we can get off to a good start with a big victory.
All right, what's Team 43's strategy here without giving up too much?
Oh, we don't have to worry about giving up too much. We're just going to go draft. We're going to go and just see what it is. And, there's no really point in making single car runs, so we're just going to go have some fun and draft and see how our car drives.
All right, Eric Amarola, appreciate you coming on NASCAR.com. GarageCam, as always. Eric Amarola, the number 43 Smithfield ride right there, fueled by bacon. You gotta love that. Casey Kane walking by right here. Go to get signed into the NASCAR garage area. Here is the number 5 Great Clips machine. We are halfway, says flagman Nick Duncan. Nick Duncan, gotta love it. Gotta love having Nick Duncan or Matt Stricker or Justin Beatty and Charles Haywood Bush, a.k.a. the Internet's Chuck Bush, and a bunch of the other guys, Rashawn Brown, down here with us every weekend. This whole effort is a team effort. Speaking of team effort, here is the number 16 driver, the Ortho machine, Greg Biffle. You got a pretty terrifying looking bug on that car.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully he stays that way.
Yeah, as long as he's not in the cockpit, you'll be all right, right? As long as we keep him out of the cockpit, you'll be all right, right?
Yeah, we keep him out of there.
All right, how much have you been itching to just get back behind the wheel of a darn race car?
Man, I'm ready to go. I can't tell you. Been pretty. Seems like it's been a really, really long off season, but really hasn't. You know, we just didn't do any testing or anything, so everybody's pretty jacked to get in the cars.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg. Appreciate you joining us at GarageCam. Let's get out of the way here because we're going to get backed over by Casey Kane's number 5 car. But here is that Busby Egon car. Look at that. If you have arachnophobia or you don't like ants, you might not like the might not like that 16 car this team because it's going to be full of bugs. Ortho Products sponsoring that machine. Oh, it's bright and beautiful out here in sunny Daytona, Florida. So much going on this week. Kurt Busch looking at the back of his number 41 Haas machine tool. Chevrolet SS, Miss Spring Cup, taking some pictures. So much going on here this week in Speed Weeks. Tomorrow morning, a beach parade, a historic beach parade on the actual beach course in Daytona. Ponce Inlet ends up at the north turn. Some of the old stars, the old drivers that raced on the beach, some of the old cars that raced on the beach, including Chocolate Myers. We're going to have something on NASCAR.com with that, with Chocolate Myers bringing one of the Myers brothers' old modifieds down here to run the beach course parade. Should be pretty interesting. The number 48 machine, the first look here live at the paint scheme for Jimmy Johnson. Up on scales here, getting this car ready to go for the Sprint Unlimited first practice session here. Kyle Busch, the green machine. Looking pretty snazzy here in these new colors is Kyle Busch. Crispy on the side of this machine. Oh, we can barely hear ourselves talk right here. There is Kyle Busch. sort of green here.
Run this side.
Keith Landis and these boys checking this car out. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s engine is roaring right here in the background. So hard to basically hear ourselves talk. Here's the culprit. You ready, guys? Here you go, Junior Nation. Nationwide on the side of the number 88 this year. And hear that Hendrick Motorsports horsepower underneath the hood of that Chevrolet SS right now. Some drivers just surfacing out. Hey, there's Paul. He's audio guy every once in a while on GarageCam. And look at all the fans up there right now on NASCAR.com. Hello, everybody. Having a good time, everybody up there. Looking down here at the garage area as we're about 8 to 10 minutes away from the first practice of the NASCAR season. Tomorrow's practice for the Daytona 500, 10:30 to 12:25 and 1:30 to 3:25. Oh, it's going to be exciting. You always love this Sprint Unlimited practice because it is the first time the cars hit the track, but of course the Daytona 500 practice means so much more long-term and season-wise, because if you win in this new format, you're in, and that starts with the race here at the Daytona 500. And here is Jeff Gordon, his crew working hard on this number 24 car as we ready for the first Sprint Unlimited Series practice here. And this guy's been doing a lot of media the last few weeks, but how much are you looking forward to just getting in the darn car and getting on track?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's been a fun off season, and these guys have been working really hard, and obviously with my announcement, there's been a lot that goes into that, but yeah, my favorite part is getting in that car and going, so I look forward to it. Even though it's a restrictor plate track, I still look forward to it.
All right, Jeff Gordon, thanks a lot for joining us on NASCAR.com GarageCam. A lot of Jeff Gordon fans in the chat room today. There you go, you got your driver there on NASCAR.com GarageCam. There's the greatest mustache in the garage area, folks. I'm gonna do it, even though he's shaking his head. Look at this mustache that Zach Albert possesses. That is power, my friend. Zach Albert, of course, a great writer on NASCAR.com. Writes a lot of great stories. He's a racer himself, and I mean a racer, he's a racing guy. I've seen him at Bowman Gray Stadium before, just taking in the races there. So awesome to see Zach Albert, and he does such a good job with us. Good team we have assembled here on NASCAR.com that all of us are very proud of. Hey, there's a couple of people that I just, there was a point the other year where I thought to myself, we might not ever see them talking to each other like this, but, it's Joey and Denny. This team working hard on the front of this number 22 machine. So many wins last year for Joey Logano, and came up a little bit short there at the end, but he was one of the top three guys and just came an iota, a little fraction of a margin of maybe a mistake away from possibly being the 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion. So, I mean, this new format, you can come really close. He's standing next to a guy that came just as close, Denny Hamlin. Anything can happen in this season, just like anything can happen here at Daytona when we hit the track. 5 minutes to go till they unleash the horsepower for the first time this season. So many fans on their computer at home that are watching this and chiming in on the chat room that we have to at least give shout outs to if we can't show them their favorite driver. But, like Virginia Wright and Mary Lister. I'd love to see the 18 crispy M&M's car. We showed you that. That's awesome. Virginia Wright. Hi, GarageCam family. Yes, all of you watching the show are family to us, and We just met a GarageCam fan actually in the garage area here who's enjoying their experience at Daytona, nearby Jacksonville, Florida native. Matthew Jackson. Can I please see Carl Edwards and ask him, will he join Twitter if he wins the 500? Well, if we see him, we should go get him and ask him that. Love seeing all these people in the chat room. Make sure you join us all year long on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Here is the number 4 ride. Last year's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, driving the Jimmy John's freaky fast car in the Sprint Unlimited, and that is Kevin Harvick. TV's Matt Yoakum alongside, getting ready to go live here on Fox Sports 1. Jeb Burton, we'll show you his car a lot next week, but Jeb Burton announcing some races here in the Sprint Cup Series in the number 26 machine. Oh, it's so great to see these cars for the first time, isn't it, folks? We hope you share the excitement that we do as we look inside the garage area here at another top 3 guy from last year, and that is Ryan Newman. We're about to get going here. Where is Carl Edwards' car, by the way? Have you seen it? It would be down this way. Yeah, it was great to see Jeff Gordon on GarageCam. And there is the Drive to End Hunger number 24. This will be the last speed weeks for the number 24 with the name Jeff Gordon on the roof. The 24 will be taken over by Chase Elliott. I'll tell you what a great pick to replace a legend in this car. You'll never be able to replace the legend of Jeff Gordon. But, hey, a fitting guy with a great heritage in this sport with the Elliott name. Matt Kenseth, the Dollar General number 20, alongside next door. And here is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr.'s already in his car. There is Jr. right there, strapping in here at Daytona. Kyle Busch still standing there, waiting to get into his number 18 Candy Rocket. Hey, Scott Key. You know, I think we missed the 19 car. It must have been out in tech inspection being pushed around, so all you that wanted to see Carl Edwards, well, we might not be able to see Carl Edwards, but guess what? We will do our best, and we will definitely get him on for the GarageCam next week. We'll see if our producer can get those times for us for the GarageCams coming this week. Wednesday, February 18th will be the next GarageCam for the Sprint Cup Series, and that will include all the cars, folks, and as many drivers as we can humanly possibly get. Remember, we don't book these drivers. We don't make appointments. This is GarageCam. It's live. It's raw. It's uncut. So that'll be Thursday, February 18th, excuse me. Wednesday, February 18th will be GarageCam for the Sprint Cup Series, followed by Thursday, February 19th, Camping World Truck Series GarageCam at 3 p.m. And Friday, kicking off a triple header week on NASCAR.com for GarageCam, will be the debut of the Xfinity Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series GarageCam, and that will be at high noon. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, get on your computers and watch NASCAR.com GarageCam, and we will do our best to bring you behind-the-scenes coverage like no other. Man, that sounded like a darn commercial. What do you guys think? Was it good? We're having too much fun here. The sun is dropping low here in this practice right here. As you can see, that glaring sun right now. This practice session will end under darkness here. Tonight, we will be here a little late, but that's okay. It might get a little chilly, though. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was tweeting about the fact that the Sprint Unlimited might be under a little chilly conditions this year. About to roll these cars out, and there is Kyle Larson inside of his number 42. The impressive rookie season. Kyle Larson, now a daddy, and ready to go out there and say, heck with a sophomore slump. That's what he's going to say. He's going to go out there and try to get some W's in that column. That column was empty last year, but man, he came close. And so many people looking at the beginning of the season to being the type of racetracks that Kyle Larson should excel at. Atlanta coming next. You have California on that schedule. Some of those tracks where he can really walk it high on that high side. Rough racetracks, wore-out racetracks with multiple grooves of racing where you fish around for the speed. That should lend to this number 42's driving style. The car is now starting to roll out. And there is Carl Edwards' car. Well, we didn't have Carl Edwards on the show, but we can show you Carl Edwards' number 19 car. And there is Carl Edwards. The brand new paint scheme for the Aris number 19 Toyota Camry. Rolling by on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Tony Stewart. Several cars getting ready to go out there for the beginning of this practice session. Expect to see an impressive draft pack out there. Yes, the pack is back as of last year, and this is the first time we'll get to see that. Danica Patrick covering up the glare from that low sun right now, as Ricky Stenhouse is on her rear, following her outside of this garage area to hit the track for the first time here at Daytona. And the fans up there are loving it. They're taking pictures, snapping them away. Here comes Kurt Busch. Rolling out of the stall. Beautiful new paint scheme for the number 41 Haas CNC entry. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Rolling by, close up for you on GarageCam. And there's Hobbles. Hey, working hard and playing hurt. Working hard and playing hurt.
That's the only way to do it, bud.
Rory, what a good PR guy right there. Getting it done for Kurt Busch. And it looks like that's the end of the show, correct? Well, folks, today was our warm-up session. Today was our first practice. 8 p.m., the Fox broadcast of the Sprint Unlimited. Tomorrow, make sure you check it out. If you're in Daytona, go to the parade tomorrow. Get to the track for all the good action here at Daytona. And if you're not, make sure you glue yourself to that TV and lock it to Fox to watch the Sprint Unlimited. Make sure to lock it all week long on NASCAR.com. GarageCam will be back next week for a triple header. Until then, we'll see you at the races.